Whoa, 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 you're just dodging things.
Hello, people. Welcome to this game.
I mean, I guess you could fight all those guys and get experience, but...
Isn't there? There must be an invincibility star something around here.
No.
Really?
No.
Basically, it's just one giant cluster fag. It's Womp stuff.
Want to go read some Womp comics?
Yes.
I find him pretty funny. The Womp comic guy.
Oh, yeah.
I showed you the Fallout 4 comic, right? Where it's just it's just the exact same Fallout 3 comic, which was like the hidden joke. Like the joke of the comic is like there's ammo floating in the toilet, and he wants to like grab the ammo, but he accidentally drinks out of the toilet. He's like, no!
Yes.
But the real joke of the comic is that he just reused it from the Fallout 3 comic because the game is the exact same game.
Meta. Very meta.
I do like comics that kind of do that shit, like XKCD and, you know, Italian Happiness does it. What's the other like, big trifecta?
Any arcade?
No. Of like the smart comics.
Oh, SMBC.
Yeah. And then I guess like sitting on top of it is Perry Bible, or like to the side of it, I guess.
Yeah, off in the distance, the founder. Of course, a lot of the things that they do, they probably owe to people like Gary Larson.
Who's that?
The Far Side.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
No, he was pretty clever.
Yeah. But I mean, like, syndicated comics was different. It was like a different time, you know? Like, putting comics in the paper, there's certain things you couldn't do.
Yeah, I know.
That you can do now.
But it was clever enough to sneak things past the censors.
Like, can you fight those bullet bills, or you just
No, they just pushed me on.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I just had to fight. I fight these ratmans, rat lords.
Rat lords?
That's right, Dev. Shut up.
Is that like the father of Rat Girl?
Yes.
The Rat Lord?
The Rat King.
One thing I'm realizing about this this game is that I don't have the maps quite as memorized as I do on Earthbound or on Chrono Trigger, you know?
I mean,
like,
well, I'm okay.
Like, I have every single map in Earthbound memorized to a T. I can tell you, like, the length of each fucking hallway in that game.
Yeah, I don't. Not because I don't like it. I love that game. I just don't. I remember, like, the early stuff isn't so bad. But to remember where everything is...
Yeah, I have, like, everything memorized in that game. Like, all the item placement, like, all the hidden areas.
Yeah,
like,
I don't.
I've got it all in my brain. And Chrono Trigger, too.
I feel like it's... Earthbound and Chrono Trigger are bigger games in this, so...
Well, they are,
there's
yes.
a lot more to memorize.
Yeah, they are. But at the same time, I've played those games, like, 100 times each. This one I've only played through once.
Yeah. It's really weird.
I think the main reason is because this game came out, like, during the summer. It came out in the summer, right? Like the spring, I think?
I don't remember.
It came out, like, the same year as the N64, but the N64 came out in September. So, like, I picked up this game, like, for my birthday in the summer, and then, like, I played it during the summer, and then I got a 64. And, like, as soon as I got a 64, like, the SNES games were, like, just swept aside like the plebs they were.
You know, they're actually superior.
Well, no, Mario 64 is really good. There's some good N64 games out there, man.
Oh yeah,
like,
I know.
Just
but
as good as the best of the SNES.
I still stand by SNES stuff.
Are you saying that like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie aren't as good as the SNES games?
Well,
I think they are. We've been playing them on the show, and we're having a blast for the most part.
If I had to compare, like,
yeah.
Depends on the games, really, but I mean, for the most part, the ones that I have to list as my absolute favorites, like classically, are
SNES games,
Super Nintendo, because it's like Mario RPG and Chrono Trigger and...
Well, let's look at it, though. I feel like Mario 64 is a superior Mario game to Mario RPG and Mario World.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It is a better design game.
And then, like, you look at... Like, whether like SNES games are beloved. Like, here.
Well, besides Earthbound.
SNES beats...
Zelda.
SNES beats
Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, like in terms of RPGs, SNES obviously wins. But outside of that, like Ocarina of Time was a better game than Link to the Past, in my opinion.
Well, there's like NHL 93. I know I'm going to sports, but it is a very good game.
Whoa! I wasn't expecting to hear that out of the best of the SNES list.
It's a lot of fun. Let's see. Secret of Mana 2, which never came out here, but is still an amazing game. The Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia Terranigma series.
Yeah. Again, these are all the RPGs. Like, and I already admitted, like, yeah,
they're like adventure
N64,
RPGs.
And but here's the thing. Like, the N64 had nothing for RPGs, basically, except for, like, Paper Mario. And the SNES had like all the RPGs, but it was reversed for the shooters. Yeah,
Well,
the SNES had like
shooters.
The SNES had no, there were shooters. They're like Doom,
Side shooters.
Doom and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like the Doom port in the SNES.
Okay, what about like platforming? Platforming though, I think Super Nintendo had as much.
I think N64 won on the platforming side.
They had a lot of shitty ones though. And don't get me wrong, they had shitty ones on Super Nintendo, but they also had stuff like Super Ghouls and Ghosts and
Mega Man,
yeah. The X series,
yeah,
N7, 8. Let's see what else. I had one in my head.
Yeah, but the N64 was like the home of the 3D platformer for a long time.
We have a 3D platformer.
But here, we're still talking about platformers, though. It was the N64. It was like that. Its bread and butter was platformers.
Yeah, it was.
Platformers and shooters. And it excelled at both of those things. Like, Mario RPG revolutionized so much stuff for platformers. It's insane how much stuff.
Yeah.
And then Banjo...
Mario 64?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, Mario 64, not Mario RPG. Mario 64. And Banjo came along and was even better. In my opinion, I think Banjo-Kazooie is probably a better game than Mario 64. It's like the same formula, just like much more refined.
Yeah.
You know? Like Mario 64 broke more ground, but Banjo-Kazooie did more stuff with it.
Yeah. Well, that had a more substantial kind of world building wise. It was definitely superior.
Yeah. Well, that's because Mario 64 can just like rely on Mario, you know?
Yeah, exactly. These are new characters.
Yeah. Well, actually,
what about racing games?
64. Diddy Kong Racing?
Diddy Kong Racing, Mario
Kart 64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And there's a few more on there that I can't think of right now. There's a few more good ones.
Turtles in Time, though. That's a great platformer. That's an amazing.
It's not a platformer. It's a beat 'em up.
Or sorry, beat 'em up.
It's like an arcade beat 'em up.
So, that's what I was thinking. Oh, that's what I was trying to think of. Not platformers so much, but beat 'em ups, because they didn't really touch them on 64.
Yeah, X-Square only had Mischief Makers really as the beat 'em up. That was like the one.
Gomon, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Fighting games. Well, you had Street Fighter 2, all the Street Fighter 2 ones.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct.
Dude, Smash.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
Smash Bros. Originated on 64.
Original
like,
Smash.
There you go. Like that just blows them out of the water, in my opinion. Smash and Killer Instinct.
But Killer Instinct came out for this first. That's.
Well, the sequel came out on the 64, and the sequel is better than the original.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
remember liking
Gold?
it. I think so. I don't remember liking it much.
Also, like, there's a lot of Mortal Kombat for the 64 too. Like, Mortal Kombat came out in the 64.
Yeah.
Street Fighter didn't, though. Street Fighter went to the PS1, I think.
What about strategy games though? Because like you have to consider.
Ogre Battle 64 was amazing.
Oh yeah, 64.
It was amazing, dude. It was better than March of the Black Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, Personal Lord of the Caliber. That was pretty legit. I guess I attach more nostalgia factor to the
SNES. Yeah, and so do I. So do I. But I also can look at it a bit more objectively and kind of say, okay, I think the N64 had the upper hand. And I know like everyone disagrees with me, but that's fine because you're all wrong.
Wow, damn. How the hell am I supposed to say? Oh.
I will say this though, dude. If you go back a few sentences in the conversation, we talked about how like Banjo had to world build a bit more than Mario 64 because Mario 64 had Mario to lean on.
Yeah.
That's something that's kind of relevant to today's gaming because, like Kojima, he's not really talking about his new projects too much just yet. No, but he's left Konami. He's doing his own thing. He's making his own.
He's
games.
Getting third-party hardware to make this new game.
Yeah, but he has his own studio now. Yes. But the whole idea is that, like, he is basically the mastermind behind the Metal Gear series, but he doesn't own the rights to Metal Gear. Konami does. Yeah. If Metal Gear 6 or Metal Gear Solid 6 or whatever is ever going to come out, it's going to be Konami doing it without Kojima. Basically, that's how it's going to be. And Kojima's like. Well, Kojima's like this kind of artsy, you know, auteur kind of guy. Whoa, what's going on in there?
Oh, that was the mindfuck.
Oh, all right then.
Damn it.
Well, in any case, Kojima's like this auteur kind of guy, right? Whoa. Hello. You're supposed to use him to find a hidden treasure that's really high up.
Which?
The clone Mario.
Really?
You jump on his head.
Oh, fuck.
You get a Kira Cola in there.
Oh, well, whatever.
Anyway, yeah, Kojima's like this. You know, he's He's
a director.
He's uncompromising. He's like the Guillermo del Toro of like video games, or like Quentin Tarantino of video games. You know?
Yeah, he's kind of Tarantino.
Yeah. So but here's the thing: he no longer owns the rights to all those characters and that setting and that backlog.
That's gonna really eat at him.
Yeah, oh, it does. But when Kojima finally releases his first game post Konami, he's gonna have to do a lot of world building in it because he can't just rely on like 20 games of Metal Gear backstory.
No.
You know what I mean?
Sure do.
So I feel like he might do like an anime series, like a short something or other.
We still we still had episode Zone of the Enders, yeah.
Picture this though, like Kojima says, okay, I'm gonna do a new game. I like the themes of Metal Gear Solid, so I'm gonna do a similar game, but I can't use the Metal Gear Solid franchise, so I gotta do something else. What do? Oh, maybe I'll put out a TV show, an anime, a manga, whatever, of like detailing a new universe that I will then make games in. It'd be a good way to kickstart something anyway, you know?
Through Kickstarter?
Maybe. I mean, didn't
Shinji Inafune, yeah.
Dude, Shenmue 3 got it through Kickstarter.
Yeah.
They made like $3 million in Kickstarter in 24 hours. It was insane.
When's it coming?
Sometime on PS4 though.
I don't really care, to be honest.
You didn't like Shenmue 1 or 2?
I didn't really play them.
Are you fucking serious?
When did I own a Dreamcast?
Or a PlayStation 2?
When did I own a PlayStation?
Al had one here for a while before I showed up.
He didn't have Shenmue for it.
Well, shit, we gotta fucking play Shenmue, dude.
Oh.
Okay,
dude, that game is like half. It's like half using like driving a forklift or something. Do you think I care about that shit?
Okay, Shenmue is considered one of the great like games of our time. I'm serious. Like, it's one of those series that is just considered to be whatever. It's just considered to be like the ultimate. You know, like you say like Mario, people know what you're talking about in video games. You say Zelda, people know what you're talking about. Final Fantasy, people know. Shenmue, people know what you're talking about in video games. Like Shenmue 1 and 2 broke significant ground for the time. Like Shenmue 1 did so many things that other games didn't get right for another 5 years. Like it was considered, like it was like a 98 Dreamcast game, and it was doing stuff. It was doing stuff of like 2003, 2004 era sandbox games. Like it made genres the way they are now. Like it was pretty incredible, and the same with Shenmue 2. And like Shenmue 3 never happened because the Dreamcast like just tanked, and like no one really. Even though it was like this cult classic of a game, no one really bought Shenmue 2 on the PS2 because it came out like near the end of its life cycle and all this stuff. Yeah. So what ends up happening is, I think it was it last E3 or 2 E3s ago? I think it was last E3. The creator of Shenmue shows up at the Sony conference and says, "I want to make Shenmue 3 on the PlayStation 4. Here's the link to the Kickstarter." He promoted the Kickstarter at the E3 conference. And what ended up happening is within about 3 minutes, Kickstarter was down. And by the time Kickstarter got back up a couple hours later, Shenmue had accrued, I think, like a $3 million. Wow. It like broke records for like fastest Kickstarter ever. Wow. Shenmue 3. People love that series, man. I'm surprised you never played it. I'm ashamed to know you now.
Fuck you.
Okay, I haven't been watching what's going on.
When did you play it again?
I played only. I'm gonna play Shenmue 2.
Well, then fuck off.
Well, dude, like you're right in that I haven't played Shenmue 1, and I would absolutely love to. So you want to play Shenmue 1 on the show?
Not really. No.
What, really?
I like to play it for myself. It's a long ass game.
Oh my god, Dave doesn't want to share his experiences with you guys.
No.
You're such a jerk to our families.
Our families? My family doesn't give a shit if I play video games for a living.
No. Our internet family, our YouTube family.
Yeah, well, I don't think I want to subject them to them watching me play that for a fucking 200-hour period.
I don't know. We could probably like burn through it. Okay, guys, leave a comment or two. Do you want us to play Shenmue? Tell us all about it. If you really don't want us to play it, we won't play it. I won't hold it against you.
Fuck yeah! Heal me up, bitch.
Oh, we're at like the save point.
Heal me up, coach.
I mean, we're at the end of the episode, pretty much. But I just want, okay, before we end the episode, I'm just gonna look through here and see how far into the dungeon we are, because isn't Avery showing up soon?
Yep.
Don't you gotta cut the session short? Because you are, in fact, a traitor!
Dev, it's not really a short session, it's 2 hours.
Traitor! I wanted to beat Jonathan Jones! Where are we? Yeah, there's still a fair amount of dungeon to go.
Yeah.
There's still like, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms to go.
Yeah.
There's still 8 rooms before we're done this dungeon, so...
No, in the game itself, you even knew this. That's why they gave me a save box.
Yeah, like, this is like one of the first, like, this is a big dungeon, man. Like, stock up on items. It's gonna be hard. I remember, like, running out of items and having to leave this dungeon. It was awful. I was like, please just don't die on the way out. Just please don't. Because you have to, like, go back to the sea. Oh. It sucked.
Yeah. Oh. Well, next time we're just gonna keep plumbing the depths.
Shut up.
Oh, Shenmue. No.
Shenmue the depths.
Shenmue the money.
Shenmue the money? If you are affected by any of the content in Life is Strange, please visit our website at www.lifeisstrange.com/talk for details of support groups. So if you do happen to be a time-traveling fucking little girl...
No, and then the content just really triggered you.
No, it's because of suicide. There's like, if you get triggered by this, you have to go talk to someone.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay,
still, I mean, I feel like...
maybe a trigger joke wasn't in the greatest taste, but come on, I mean...
Yeah, no, it's good. It's fine. It's good.
Triggered.
Fuck that shit.
Okay, come on, whatever.
If you do happen to have blue hair, please visit this website for support.
You can turn it back. We swear to God.
I promise you. This is a personal PSA. I promise there are people out there to help you.
There's like a pamphlet that says, so you ruined your life, a blue hair story.
It's called Clairol.